What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Regrowth. Oh yeah, guys, the last episode, we went to the end. We took on the Ender Dragon. We got our cool little pet that's following us. Actually, that's just a thing from the title scroll that we got as a reward for killing the End Dragon, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I like the little dragon buddy there. We might get rid of him eventually, but for right now, I'm liking him. So today, I want to continue doing what we've been doing, going through some of the earlier quests and just knocking those out. Looks like some of the quests that we're going to be doing right now are going to be taking us into Botania land. Yay! So we need to finish this quest. We've already done part of it, which was just creating the Elven portal. Now we need to get our Lexica Botania and toss it through the portal. Yeah, and it'll unlock a little bit of knowledge for us. Looks like there is also some other quests in Botania that we're going to be working with today. So I think first things first, let's grab some sand. Let's grab our Botania book. Yeah, I don't think we have any glass. So the things we need to do first while we're talking about other stuff, let's go ahead and smelt down some glass. All right. So yeah, we're going to be tossing our book through the portal. So we'll open that portal up once again. We closed it a while ago. It says it draws very little mana while it's open and it costs a lot to open it. But you know, we keep that portal open for days and days and days without doing anything with it. It's kind of a waste on its own. So anyway, yeah, this other quest right here, this wanted us to do Mana Glass Vials and the Botanical Brewery. Now, the Botanical Brewery is a brewing system that I haven't used before, so I'm kind of interested in checking this out. So it looks like that's going to require a Brewing Stand, a Rune of Mana, a block of Mana Steel, and 6 Living Rock. So I don't think we have any of the Living Rock here. I don't think we have a Brew Stand either. But I do believe we have plenty of blaze rods. Yeah, look at that. We got 994 blaze lamps. Each one of those is 9 blaze rods each. That's quite a lot of blaze rods, huh? So anyway, there's our brewing stand. What else did we need here? We needed the Rune of Mana, right? Yeah, we have a Rune of Mana in there, which we should be all set on. So we'll put the brew stand in there as well. We need to go get our living rock, and it sounds like our glass is now done. Yeah, we need to drop the glass in the mana pool, and that'll convert it into mana glass. I do think, since we don't have any mana steel here, I don't think, right? Yeah, we don't have any mana steel here. Let's grab some iron, like half a stack. We'll drop that into our mana pool. We should probably also grab a little bit of coal. Just 8 blocks should be fine. We have the glass, we have the iron, and we have the coal and the Lexica Botania. All of these things we are going to throw... well, we're going to use over here in the Botania area. Cool. So we need to get our portal started back up. I think we put just barely enough mana in there the last time to get it going. Like, we didn't really put much in there at all. Let's go ahead and drop the coal here. We'll create a little bit more mana. Yeah, there we go. All right. So we'll drop our iron ingots in here. We'll drop our glass. Let me back up. I think that might get sucked in to myself because of the magnet. All right, is that 59, 32? And we're going to need some living rock as well for that brewery stand. Cool. While we're here, let's grab, I guess, this mana tablet. Maybe this one. Oh, I don't have my wand. Oh, man. Do we need the wand? Yeah, we need the wand in order to click the portal on, because you have to click the core, the center thing, right? Anyway, let me go and grab that real quick, and I'll meet you over at the portal. All right, guys. Well, here we go. We're dumping the mana into these mana pools. It looks like this tablet might be empty. Yeah, that one's empty for sure. And this one's dumping a little bit more in there. That one's about half done. So that should be enough mana to get this thing started up. Cool. So we'll go ahead and just click this thing. I think you just right-click. You don't have to shift right-click like I just did. So, yeah, it seems to have taken a decent amount. All we got to do is check that through there. And we get back an updated version of our Lexica Botania. You can tell because now it's got green text everywhere, basically. So yeah, the Alfheim section has a lot of stuff in it now, which is pretty awesome. So that'll help us out progressing through the Botania mod a little bit later. Okay, so now that we got everything else that we need, yeah, this is now complete. So that'll give us 16 more mana steel, which is awesome. 4 mana pearls, 4 mana diamonds. Let's go and claim that reward. Looks like it's going to give us 5 Arcanist reputation. Yeah. Whoop. Yeah. Now we just need to go over here and create the Botanical Brewery. and make some of those glass vials. Yeah, like I said, I've never used that particular potion brewing method before, so I don't really know how it works. We'll figure this out together. All right, so there we go. I just went ahead and I crafted the Botanical Brewery and the Mana Glass Vial. Cool, so we have those things made. Guess we can drop some of this stuff off that we don't need on us at the moment. So go to the quest. That is not the quest book. All right, so this says something's brewing. Simple potions leave much to be desired, particularly due to how few you can carry at once. Perhaps using mana as a reagent will allow a more refined brewing system to aid you. All right, that sounds pretty cool. So it says the first step would be to upgrade your brewing stand to be able to incorporate mana, as well as develop a mana-attuned equivalent to the simple glass bottles, which we've already done. Cool, so the detection task here says to create potions with the new brewery, you need to first place the vial on the brewery, either by right-clicking or dropping it on. Okay, so that's simple enough. From there, place the ingredients on as well. For a simple potion of vigor, which will increase the power of your strikes, you'll need some netherwort blaze powder and glowstone. So that should be easy enough. Netherwort, blaze, glow. All right, so we can go ahead and grab all three of these different ingredients. Netherwort, where's the netherwort? There it is, found it. All right, so continuing on with the text. Once everything is in place on the brewery, simply point a mana spreader at it or attach a spark, and the mana will flow and process them into a fresh potion. So this says that sparks will work. I was kind of looking at sparks a little bit earlier. I forgot the recipe. I was kind of reading through this text previously. So there we go. There is a spark. Yeah, pretty simple. Just a couple of gold nuggets, some petals, and some blaze powder. Pretty easy to do. All right, so let's go figure out this brewing stand. If we can put a spark on it, that's going to make things super simple. That means all we have to do is just put it somewhere near a mana pool that already has a spark on it, and it should transfer the mana over, similar to how we have our terrestrial plate working over here. Let's try putting this thing down here. So that is pretty neat looking. I don't know if I've even seen this particular item before. Okay, so let's try. How do we do this? If we click a vial on there, all right. Now, do we need to fill these full of water first is another question. It didn't say anything about that in the text, so let's not worry about that right now. That, and that. Seems legit. All right, so spark time. Let's put a spark on here. Right click, shift right click, on the ground, near it, on one of these pedestals. No, that's spark. Why spark? Why you no work? Okay, spark doesn't work. I think there might be an error in the text. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to go look this up and verify later. So shift right, oh, I got the wand in the wrong mode. Shift right click on this and this. So now it's sending mana over here. And, oh, it's got a little indicator similar to when we're doing the runic altar. Is that what this thing's called? Yeah, the runic altar crafting. All right, so that is already more than half done. So brewing a potion with those three ingredients doesn't take much time at all. And I guess we don't have to fill the vial full of water. Ooh. Achievement get, childhood blues. What does this say? Craft a botanical brewery and use it to create a brew of any kind. All right, so that's pretty easy. So this has strength 2, vial of vigor 4. I'm guessing that means we can use this potion 4 times. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Yeah, I'll have to figure out the spark situation here. I thought that we could use sparks on here, but I guess it doesn't look like we can. All right, for the next part of the quest, it wanted us to put in a lot of stuff through the oven portal. Yeah, and I didn't have enough of the living wood to put through the portal to turn into the dream wood. So yeah, I just got done farming up a bunch of spruce trees, actually. We had one spruce sapling that we got a long time ago. I think we got it from the Mutandis. From when we were looking at a little bit of the witchery stuff. So I went ahead and I grew that and I chopped it down and we got lucky and we got more than one sapling to replace. And I kept doing that over and over and over again. Eventually we ended up with something like 40 saplings and I got like, I don't know, 6 or 7 stacks of wood from chopping down the 2x2 spruce trees. So yeah, we turned one sapling into a whole lot and we got a bunch of wood out of it. So that's pretty cool. Previously we were using these jungle trees because that's all we had at the time. But yeah, now we got spruce wood. Cool, so to do what we needed to do, I think we had to put 16 living wood through here. Yeah, I'll just spit them out one at a time. The dream wood, that's fine. We need to put 20 mana steel ingots through here, and that's going to give us this elementum or elementium or however you say that. Elementium, I think is how you say it. And then 32 living rock goes through here. We needed 16 of the sky stone, and that's how you get it. Cool. So that should be all we need for this quest. Maybe something else. Dreamwood, 16. Dreamwood, 9. 16. Okay. I thought I did something incorrect there. No, we got it all. Cool. All right. So that's going to give us 32 Alph glass. I'm not really sure what the Alph glass is. Is that like the glowing version of the mana glass? I honestly don't know. So that's going to give us the Arcanist +1 or Arcanist. I still don't know how to say that word. Whatever. So we'll go ahead and take that. Let's go ahead and read the quest too. So it says, while the elves were unable to enlighten you to what happened or why they departed, they did agree to trade with you and taught you how to use the materials they trade you to make a number of advanced botanical objects. Right, so that's all in the Lexica Botania that we put through the portal previously. So it says trading mana steel to them will result in return of a metal with a pink hue, which they call elementium. Elementum? I don't know. Either way, they also use a paler wood known as dream wood for applications similar to the living wood they request in exchange for it. So yeah, that'll be able to make us a way better mana spreader. I'm looking forward to upgrading our current ones to that. So this says, for living rock, however, they give you a dark hard stone, which doesn't seem to have much use in any magical field. Right, and that is for our applied energistics, which we've already done previously. Oh, and that unlocks more quests here. Okay, cool. So standing out. Oh, this wants us to make all of this different armor and a Terra Blade. Right. So I don't think we're going to be able to do that just yet. I think that needs 2 Terra Steel. In fact, well, actually, we might have Terra Steel. I'm going to go look because I know we had 1 ingot and I used that for the ring. And I think we had another ingot that I turned into nuggets for some other reason. Yeah, I think we might have 1 ingot remaining of Terra Steel. So we might have to fill up our mana pool more than halfway full and do another one of our terrestrial agglomeration plates, or however you say that thing. Yeah, to get another piece. Let's just take a look. Yeah, we got 1 Terra Steel ingot remaining. Dang it. So we need all of the mana things. We need a mana steel ingot, mana pearl, and a mana diamond, and half a mana pool. I got 2 pearls, didn't I? And half a mana pool of mana in order to turn this thing into the other ingot. So let's go ahead and do that. It's been a minute since we've done the Terra Steel. I'm not sure if we have enough mana in our mana pool right now, although we can empty some of these mana tablets in there to help us out a little bit. That might be cutting it close. Let's take another mana tablet that we have collected previously. We're just going to drop that right in there. Is that? Yeah, that's adding mana. Okay, cool. So we should be able to do this. And I think I'm going to have to shift so my magnet doesn't pick them up. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. If you have the magnet on or you pick up the items, you lose a bit of mana that went into crafting in the first place. Does that magnet pick things up that I throw on the ground if it's in my inventory? Or does it have to be in my bauble slot? It does. How about if I stick it over here? I kind of want that magnet off me for this purpose, and it still draws things to me. Did I take the wrong magnet off? Derp. All right, so I took the wrong magnet off. I took off the other one that has the mana in it. Okay, now it's not being sucked towards me. All right, let's try that again. So Q, 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 and back away. All right, so the mana's being sucked out of the mana pool into the spark. It is doing its thing. Yeah, it's too bad the spark doesn't work with the Botanical Brewery as far as I can tell, because that would make the mana transfer so much faster. I mean, it is just slurping the mana out of these mana pools with how fast that is going over there, right? All right, so that should be just about done here. And nice. Cool. So we have our second piece of mana steel. I'm going to have to fill these mana tablets up or something at some point in the future. All right, so back to our quest book. Back to here. It wanted us to make the helmet, which is all this. So we need like 20 something pieces. I guess that's 24 pieces of these ingots. If it's the same, yeah, it's like the same recipe for all these things. So we might end up doing that. Well, we're going to have to do that. So I need a lot of mana steel to put through that elven portal. so we can get the 24 ingots that we need. Let me go ahead and do that real quick, guys, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, well, I went ahead and made the rest of these ingots that we needed. So there is our chest plate, there is our helmet, and there is our boots. Finally, we just need to make ourselves a little bit of pants action. There it is. All right, so all of those are done. I took our tear steel, and I took 2 of our living wood, and I made the living wood twig. Yep, so we got that. Now, that should be everything that we needed here. It certainly is. So that's going to give us a green heart canister. That's pretty nice. A flask of fortitude. I guess it's just resistance. I'm not sure. And then a companion title scroll. Nice. Let's go ahead and claim that one. Where's the scroll? It has a special rendered effect. All right, let's check this one out. Oh, we got... Is that Navi? Cool. All right, well, we got like a little fairy guy thing, girl, whatever it is. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's put on our pink armor because we're a pretty princess. There it is. All right, so we got our pink armor. We got our little fairy companion. Cool. All right, so there it is. All right, I don't think we're going to be using that stuff. I'm sure it's pretty good armor, but I definitely want the jetpack. And this is pink, so there's that. So the Terra Blade, I think there's ways you can buff this thing up. I've never really messed with it too much because I've always had Tinker's weapons. This one already has plus 11 attack damage, and this says plus 7. So by default, this one is better just because it has a higher attack. But I think you can do more stuff with the Terra Blade. I don't know. I'll have to read into that a little bit. So yeah, the Flask of Fortitude is resistance 2. The Green Heart Canister, we can go ahead, not in here. We have to put it on, I think this one and this one. All right. This one. So that should give us an additional heart. You know, didn't we already have an extra heart and we were only going up into the red health? I'm not sure why it wasn't showing that we had 2 additional hearts here previously. Is that going to tick up? There it goes. Now it's working. All right, so now we have 12 hearts. There it is. Awesome. All right, so this quest is now done. Wow. All right. Yeah, I did make the mana spreaders, so I guess that's what this wanted us to do. Moving more mana. For some purpose, mana spreaders just can't move mana quickly enough, as we found out. Yep. Things such as strong essence seeds requires a lot of mana to be pumped into the runic altar to craft them. But it just takes too long with the basic spreader. Making one from Dreamwood and Elementum should prove more efficient, allowing mana to be transported much faster. So yeah, I ended up making 2 of these. One for the one that's next to the mana pool that we point at different things like our runic altar, and the other one that's pointing straight down into the mana pool, so our Endo Flames can pump the mana into the pool. And that looks like that's going to give us 2 more mana tablets and a little bit of reputation. Let's go and claim that. That's good. The reputation, or I'm sorry, the mana tablets are things that we need, the extra mana. The reputation, I'm not really sure what that's going to do for us. We also have this other quest from before that we never claimed the reward from. So this is a Vial of Vanity's Emptiness. Let's go and claim that one. And that's going to give us emptiness of 6 minutes. I'm not sure what emptiness is. I don't know. That's like a Botania specific effect, I think. Anyway, I'm not sure what that is, so I don't really want to do that just yet. Bright Spark. Yeah, it looks like we got Spark Augments that it wants us to make. Okay, so it says mana spreaders are an effective system for transporting mana from place to place. However, they are rather limited in their capabilities to manage your storage of mana. Sparks seem to have potential, and Elven materials have given you a means to augment their abilities. As described in the Lexica Botania, the dispersive augment will fill mana containers of any nearby player from the pool they sit on. So that's pretty cool. So we might want to do that for like our main mana pool over there. So our ring that we have equipped on us will automatically fill up, I guess. I guess that's how that works. Maybe our mana tablets we have in our inventory. The dominant spark will pull mana from any nearby pools marked by non-augmented sparks. Recessive sparks will distribute the mana from their own pool to any marked by non-augmented or dispersive sparks. Finally, isolated sparks will not interact with any dominant or recessive spark, but can still provide mana to any other block which can receive mana through the spark network, such as the Terrasteel plate. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. These sparks are really, really powerful if you set them up appropriately. So anyway, it wants us to craft these different things, and it requires Pixie Dust. So we have to put mana pearls through the elven portal to get this. We probably need pixie dust for each and every one of these things. Let me just double check. Yeah, it looks like it. And we just used one of the different base runes for each one of these crafts. Let me go ahead and bust through that crafting. Yeah, this crafting task real quick. And we'll be right back, guys. Well, all right, guys. Now that we got all these different spark augments made, I don't think we're going to be using them right now. We don't really have a need for it. We only have one mana pool, so we're not going to be transferring mana around or anything like that. But we have these for the future, so if we ever do get heavy into Botania and we have a lot of mana pools set up and we need to move that mana around a lot, that's what we're going to be using. So yeah, these are pretty cool for that kind of functionality. So anyway, now that we got this all done, we can go ahead and claim the reward. And sure enough, after I've made some dream wood, they're going to give us a full stack and then 8 more sparks. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and claim that. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else that dream wood is used for. Let's take a look, because I know that it's used for making the mana spreader. I guess you can use stairs. Yeah, all the different flavors of the mana spreader. What else do we have here? A drum of the gathering. I don't know what that is. A lens clip. And more building blocks. Spectral platform. No idea. And a corporeal crystal cube. All right, so I think this is like the way that Botania can link different chests together and things. I've never really messed around with that, but I don't think we're going to be messing around with that either. So is there any other uses for this? We can make glimmering dream wood. We can use it as fuel. I think that might be pretty close to about it. What about the dreamwood twig? Is that have any useful recipes? Oh, wait. Uses on this? Oh, yeah. We can use it to make a pickaxe. Oh, okay. So all the different tools, I guess the elementium tools require that stuff. Well, that's kind of neat. Rod of the unstable reservoir. Don't... yeah, there's so many things in Botania that I haven't messed around with before, so that's kind of interesting to me. So anyway, guys... now that we got this done, I was kind of going through the book a minute ago, just looking, and sure enough, we have unlocked, well, yeah, we unlocked the way the world feels, I believe. Look at this, we can finally get into Thaumcraft now. Now, I'm not sure what it was that unlocked this. Obviously, one of the more recent quests that we did today, because this was locked before we started the episode today, so that's kind of interesting. The way the world bleeds, this is the blood magic stuff, and this is all still blank. Like the chapter's unlocked, but there's nothing there for us to do. And then we also have another one here for witchery, which is still locked. So I can only imagine doing some stuff here in the Thaumcraft will unlock the witchery. So that's something we'll have to figure out. Maybe we should just jump into that. We've been doing a lot of Botania today. Maybe we could do like the very beginning quests here of Thaumcraft. Yeah, maybe we'll be able to get some other stuff unlocked. Let's check this out. So it says life through a lens. Now that you've got some elemental shards, you can use them to attune a lens to the primal energies in the world. Do we have elemental shards? I don't think we have collected any yet, did we? I mean, we have this essence of the shards, but I don't think I've ever made any of this stuff. Anyway, this says, this will then allow you to scan blocks and items in the world to analyze what aspects they consist of. While looking through a thermometer, you can also make out small nodes of primal V around the world. From these, you can fill a wand with V by right-clicking the node with the wand. Be careful, though wands of wood and iron have little precision and can completely destroy an aspect from a node if one is not careful. Right. So, to make one of these, we need a mana lens and then some shards and some gold ingots. Now, that's kind of interesting because I've never made those shards before. Yeah, we've collected these from like the nether and things like that, but yeah, we've never made the shards. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our very first shard. I think you do that, I think you draw little patterns or something, like depending on how these go in the crafting grid, you make different ones. So do we need specific ones for this, or is it just, it looks like any random ones will work? All right, so we'll do 2 of the earth shards, that should be fine. So we'll make the thermometer, and we need 2 gold. I think we already have a mana lens. There we go. So we got that done. So that completes this quest. It's going to give us 32 more essence of shards. And yeah, more reputation. So capping a show. You recall that capping a stick with small amounts of iron produces a crude thaumaturge's wand. There's not much you can do with it currently, but making it can't do much harm. First, you'll need to craft some caps for the wand from iron ingots. Okay, so iron capped wooden wand is what we're going to be making. So that is just a stick and then 2 iron caps. Yeah, just 5 nuggets each. Let's go ahead and make some nuggets here. We'll go ahead and do that, and then we can do 2 of those. Cool. All right, so we got that done. Let's make a stick. Or I guess we'll take a stick that's already been made. I can't remember. Did we have to make the full wand? Yeah, okay. So I wanted us to craft the iron caps. Crafting task, make the iron capped wooden wand. All right, cool. And that'll give us 9 iron ingots. So there's that. And there's that. Cool. Let's claim it. So it wants us to make the Crucible. This is pretty easy. So this says, seems there's one other thing you can do with the wand for the moment. Using it on a mundane cauldron, embellishes it with the ability to dissolve items into their component aspects. When it contains boiling water, fill it with water is simple enough, and boiling the water should be possible by placing a heat source such as lava underneath the Crucible. Unfortunately, you're unsure what you can use this for at this stage, and items dissolve, and it seemed to slowly break down even further and eventually cause a bit of purple mess. Yeah, so we need to make ourselves a cauldron. Is there anything special about this recipe? Nah, just iron ingots. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So there's some iron ingots. All we gotta do is set that down and then click it with the wand. Boop. Yep, pretty easy. All right, so I've done that a few times in the past. So this part of Thaumcraft, I pretty much know how to do. Oh, it wants us to detect it, so I guess we gotta pick it back up. There we go. Let's not put down the torch. Yeah, there we go. Crucible, all done. That's gonna give us 4 water cans. And that's all we can do, folks, for Thaumcraft. I'm sure there's more stuff that we can do. I'll probably have to go around and scan something. Oh. So just holding this. Interesting. Yeah, there must be some mod with Thaumcraft right now. All you gotta do is just hover this over an item and it starts scanning it. Like, I'm not clicking anything at all. There we go. We learned something. I think we need to scan grass or something along those lines to get started. I can't remember. I know there's things out there that I can look up. That'll tell you the correct order to scan things in so you can get all the different research that you need. I think coal might be another one of those base items. But yeah, there's a way you can do it in such a certain order that you'll learn all the different aspects. You won't really have to go crazy pulling your hair out or whatever, trying to figure out what it is that you're supposed to scan. Yeah, coal's one of those earlier ones. All right. So anyway, I'll do a lot of that scanning stuff off camera. It's not that super interesting to watch or to do, to be honest. But you know what, guys? I think we got a lot of stuff done today. A lot of crafting, a lot of magical stuff. We're getting into Botania. We barely got into Thaumcraft. It doesn't look like there's a lot of Thaumcraft stuff left at the moment. I'm sure things will unlock as we progress and we start learning other things. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.